Namaskar, কেমন আছো to all lovely super mothers. Welcome to Super Mother Unleashed. In today's episode, I would like to talk about a very important topic which we mothers definitely feel for child when they don't respond the way they should. None other than I'm talking about speech delay in child. Every mother has this question in their mind, why my child taking more time to talk? And he's not speaking the way other kids in their surrounding are expressing their thoughts. At time, we feel bad when our child wanted to say something but couldn't express because of this communication issue. So before proceeding further, let me share my story, how I have started communicating with my daughter. When my daughter was hardly 3 months old, me and my husband started talking to her in fun way. We tried to talk simple word with her, and sometimes we used to sing rhymes, which really gives her happiness. And she started responding our conversation. And within 6 months, she spoke the first word Papa, which was a wonderful moment when we heard her communicating. Then onwards, we more often started communicating with her. Even in the morning, when she used to get up, we used to communicate, and while traveling to other places, we used to tell her stories, showing the pictures, moments, what's happening around everything. Especially my husband after coming back from office and while playing with her toys, he used to communicate with her. Even when we used to visit mall with her, we used to do the same thing. That's how she started developing her language. The environment is most important for a child to communicate. The kind of environment they see, listen, irrespective to language, culture and religion, etc. They tend to adopt and replicate the same. It actually joyful moment for every parent, and slowly we make sure to increase our conversation with her. That actually helped my daughter to start speaking simple words. It's very normal tendency when we watch some other kids are speaking and making sentences, and the same time our child is not able to talk. So one question always arises in our mind, that when my child start talking or start making sentences. I would like to tell all parents to understand every child is different and every child taking their own time to start talking. But it's our responsibility to create the environment for our child to interact and regularly communicate. Their pace comes naturally in terms of talking, expressing, etc. If your child not able to make sentences and talk, they may have a speech delay. Please note, children develop at their own rate. Sometimes we have seen in our locality, few of the children talk fluently and few children not able to communicate to express their thoughts. But don't worry at all. Here I am sharing few techniques which I used for my daughter, and hope this will definitely help you also. Start communicating with your child since they're born. We think baby doesn't understand what we communicate. They understand everything. And that we tend to ignore. Converse as much as you can with your baby, share your feelings, and one day you can see your baby start conversing with you as well out of joy. As we all know, child are imitators. When they will start seeing parents talking and conversing, your baby will automatically start talking and expressing their feelings. Encourage your baby to speak with fun, and this will help them to start. As much as parents start talking to your baby, they will also start communicating from very early stage. The same happened with my daughter as well. When she was hardly 3 months, me and my husband talked to her every day. And slowly we realized that even she responds to our talks. And within 6 months, she started talking basic words. Papa, Mama. But if you find your child delays their speech after a certain age, I would recommend you to please check with your pediatrician for guidance. Sometimes you can use this technique also. Eat something your child loves in their presence without offering them. When your child indicates that they would love something, for example, you're eating cream biscuit without offering to your child, let your child speak if she wants it or trying to indicate that biscuit she wants it. Then offer her. This process not only encourages your child to express, this will also help to start speaking words. Or play with some of your child's favorite toy, but don't offer. For example, if your child loves playing with doll and she is watching you playing with that particular doll, wants to participate in the fun, you can play a trick here saying few basic words like play, enjoy in front of her. And after some time, you can find your baby starts imitating the same words and trying to express that even she wanted to play with you. This kind of small initiative definitely will help your child to develop language. With this regular practice, your child will try to talk and express their feeling towards what they want. But sometimes there is a scenario when we mothers meet other children in garden or any other fun zone and realize that my child is not talking the way others are. That moment somehow very tough for us. And we keeps on thinking, is there any issue with my child? Is this a disease? So the main question comes in our mind is, what is actually speech delay in child? Language delay in child isn't an abnormal issue. It's just the pace which takes time to develop in your child life. Every child is different and they have their own pace to develop certain thing in their life. It's a common developmental problem in children. Here, I would request to all mothers not to think so much about it. You are the one who can play a very important role in your child life. When you start communicating with your child, talk clearly with them. You might think they will not understand, they understand everything. And they will definitely start imitating you. It's important to encourage your child to talk to you with gestures or sounds, and for you to spend lots of time playing with, reading to and talking to your child. Now, one of the most important things is to remember to being aware about when and how much you are communicating with your child. Because of our busy lifestyle, we love to spend time by sitting next to each other, but we spend most of the time watching TV, social media activity, laptop surfing, etc. So ask yourself, are you really communicating as much as with your child? If you are somebody who don't communicate as a natural characteristics of keeping quiet and speaking very less, not engaging conversation with others and confining your life to yourself without communicating in real world, not on social media or YouTube, then you cannot expect your child to learn and speak on their own. Parents have to take consistent effort to create the environment of real communication in real world, not virtual like TV, social media and YouTube. Encourage child to reach to certain milestones is a whole and soul parent's responsibility. Every action has limitation, and if we encourage our kids to perform, they will definitely try to figure out and accomplish that work. This happens with this speech delay also. As much as we communicate and encourage our kids to speak out and express their feeling, they will feel safe and try to fulfill this action without any hesitation. This courage from kids never come easy. They need more support and love, which come primarily from parents, will help them to grow in their speech delay path. Fostering your child's cognitive development as soon as she is born provides a foundation for success in school and later in life. I would like to mention one thing, that when I started my podcast, and by listening and observing me, my 4-year-old daughter got inspired and she came up to me and said, "Mama, I want to start my podcast." And when I asked, "What would be the name of your podcast?" she instantly replied, "Princess Anayasha Show." And we recorded her podcast without even telling her what to speak. She created her own storytelling on her favorite cartoon characters, her friends, her favorite chocolate ice creams, food, and different stories she loves to share. So that's why I said creating an environment is very important. And kids nurture, learn, develop, and replicate by observing and perform based on the house environment. By the way, just to mention, Princess Anayasha Show, and it's available in all leading podcast platforms. As per the research, pediatrician says, simple speech delays are sometimes temporary. They may resolve on their own with a little extra help from family. It's important to encourage your child to talk to you with gestures or sounds. Read with them, play with them, talk to them. Sometime as a parent, we realize and get scared about our child not performing few developments at a certain age. And we keeps on thinking about this issue. Is it really worth? We ask every time. And question comes, should I get scared about this issue? Accepting our child with flaws not every mother can accept. We feel the pain and compare always our child with others. We need to have patience and have to go through the process till the time our child starts performing. Watching this process by your child also mentally helps your baby to perform. Every child body and mind is completely different. If my daughter loves to talk and express her feelings, that doesn't mean your child also has to perform the same thing in same age. They might like something else, like painting or dancing or playing musical instruments. We always tend to follow society and not our child mind. The more we understand them since early stage, it will help them also to express their views and follow their dreams to fulfill. Study says there are multiple personalities in the world who had these issues during childhood, and later stage they had a successful life with loads of achievement. There is nothing to get scared or tensed. With proper help and techniques, things will be all right. So with that, we have come to the end of this episode. Please do share this podcast with your friends, your colleagues, and all the mothers in your network. I would also like to request all my listeners to please share your thought, views, feedback about today's episode. And if you have any topic on which you want me to cover on my podcast, please write to me. Would love to receive your comments. I will see you next week. Till then, bye-bye.